Good afternoon, Tuskegee Airmen Depot. Frank De Jesus, the Union Vice Chairman for the Depot here. And this is going to be a short little mini Shopgate regarding some of the things that have been going on here at Tuskegee. Many of us have been asking what is happening with all this fuss about sleeping inside the depots. And what's going on is straightforward. There is a policy that has existed for a very long time, and basically this policy states that you are not to sleep in transit property. Doesn't matter if you're off the clock or not. They are taking people out of service that they catch sleeping inside the depots. It's happening all over the place. We've been fortunate enough to not have it happen here at Tuskegee, but it's something that is being taken very serious by the union and obviously by transit themselves. Look, I think this is completely unacceptable on their behalf. It shows a lot of lack of empathy for their workforce and for the type of work that we do, right? They say that this is all about safety and all these things, but guess what? In the title that we have as bus operators, the more rest that you have, the safer you can transport people back and forth in this great city of ours. Many of us take a moment to sleep on our layovers, our swings, and some of us have 2-hour swings, and it really helps us, right? Especially with the conditions that we live in right now, where a lot of us are traveling 2-3 hours to get back and forth from work, and we really relish these moments of rest, right? They give us a boost. Reality is this: we are at war, right? Contract negotiations have stalled for quite some time. From what I understand, I'm not down there with the union at the union hall, but things aren't good, right? The last offer that our president, Mr. Chiarello, sent us looked horrible. He agreed it was horrible, and this is where we stand. As a union, it is our duty to work through these moments of peril, right? We have to do our best to not get caught up, because that's all they want to do. They want to punish us for not accepting their shitty contract. And we have to do our best to make sure that we do not get caught up and lose money for our families. Please, brothers and sisters, do not sleep on transit property. Not right now. I'm sure things will get better. Things will get more lax when the time comes. As of right now, we all got to hold it down as a unit and really do our best to not give them the satisfaction. Now, with that said, we have an issue, right? The bigger issue is that some of us spend the night for days. This is a huge issue, and it's something that we really have to try to figure out. I don't know how much we could do right now, but how I see it, maybe it's time to change the red book. We might have other options instead of sleeping in front of the door all night, right? One of the options could be doing a roll call till 12 a.m. At 12 a.m., the list is done. We could make it official then. I have a few ways in mind on how to do that. And then from 12 to 5:15 in the morning, you go get your rest wherever you get it. Whether you park your car outside, whether you go home. That's almost 5.5 hours of rest, right? Other depots do the red book during the day. So they'll open the red book, they'll start a list at 8 a.m., let's say, and the names will be put in the red book at 6 p.m. Something like that, right? The whole thing is that there is ways to get things done if we put our minds to it. Um, I've brought some of these issues up to the office. Um, some people aren't so fond of change as, you know, and, I could only do so much, right? I try my best. Um, Other than that, that's basically the main issue that's really going on in the depot. But there are other smaller issues and things that you got to be aware of. Mainly, management has come to the union and they've requested and asked us to inform you guys to please pull out of the depot on time and make your reliefs on time, right? Primarily, pull out on time. You report at 8 a.m., you have an 8:15 pullout. We are one of the depots that gets more time than others. Places like KB get 10 minutes from report to pullout time. They don't have to come from the fourth floor, but we have to do our best, right? Like I said, we are at war. While some dispatchers will work with us as much as they can, they are under orders to enforce certain rules, right? So don't put them in a position where they don't want to be. Don't put yourself in a position where once again you might lose money for your family, this is what it's all about, right? We're trying to make money for our families and make sure that we give them the best lives possible, and we're all living paycheck to paycheck, and we have to not put ourselves in certain positions. So please, pull out on time. Get there earlier if you have to. I'm not a fan of reporting too early and pulling out your bus too early. Any work that I do for transit, I want to be paid for. So, pull out, go get your bus. If you clean your bus, you got to do it within the time of pull out, or pull out and go clean your bus outside. All right, moving on. What else we got there? Very important that you guys, most of you guys should have received a letter. I believe a letter was sent out to everyone regarding the updating your dependents. I've sent instructions. I've sent the link already on the WhatsApp. Please get this done before August 21st. August 21st is the deadline. You do not want to get to August 21st and then your dependents are not on your insurance. All right? If you have any questions, write me and I will help you with whatever you need. We have a major victory when it comes to road conditions. For months, I've been in communication with the safety department. I've been in communication with the road managers department and the supervisors. And we have been trying to figure out how to take care of the bus stop on 179th Street in Amsterdam. As you guys have seen now for a week or so, that bus stop has been eliminated. Originally, we wanted to change the traffic pattern back, but it just seems that wasn't gonna be happening, and we were able to just remove the bus stop altogether. In addition to that bus stop, 185th Street southbound in Amsterdam and 170th were also removed. I am aware of 185th. That's something that I'm already in communication with, right? They painted a bike lane there and it looks funny. I don't know how we're gonna be able to service a bus stop properly there. So that's something that I'm putting together to speak with management about. So those are the bus stops. Getting back to the depot real quick, something that I have written here. When you roll call a bus, it's always been policy to go to maintenance, let them know what the problem with the bus is, and then go to the dispatcher to find out what they want you to do. They are, I don't know about enforcing this, but they are reiterating to us that they want it done in that manner. So please, if you roll call a bus, you bring it in, or if you bring in a bus that was roll call, find out what the roll call was about. Go to maintenance, let them know. They'll have you sign the paper, and then you go to the dispatcher. Right. Boom. We got that there. I have been getting complaints from some of the operators on the 101s or even some 103s that we are laying over on 124th Street in Lexington. Please do your best not to lay over there, especially right now. We have a lot of construction going on there, and and it has become very difficult to service the bus stop properly there and safely. So if you're starting your day, a lot of us lay over on 125th Street and 3rd. I'd rather you do that, right? Let's try to keep that one street that we have on Lexington as clear as possible so that we could keep the traffic moving and, things are as safe as possible. What else do we have here? Roaches on buses. I have been sent videos lately of roaches having parties on our buses. When I receive these videos with the bus number, I could get them to the proper person down in the yard and the management team and get them to fumigate these buses, right? I understand that a lot of you guys believe that the buses, and it's true, it's not that you believe it. We knock them down and a dispatcher will just give them to the next person. Management is going crazy. They have to make service. I happen to speak to Mr. Byers often enough, and he tells me about the pressure that they're under to make service, right? That pressure rolls over onto the dispatchers, and the dispatchers put it on us. We need clean equipment. Since, just shouting them out. Since Mr. Byers came, we also had Mr. Peter Frazetta that recently left. These guys were on top of their game, and they wanted clean buses. And I saw it with my own eyes. We were doing pretty well with that. I want clean buses as well. So if you have a roach bus and it's infested, send me the video, send me the bus number. I'll do my best to get that bus fumigated as soon as possible. Boom. We got that there. We got that there. Boom. Let's see. Also, I want to speak to the probies real quick because we have a lot of you guys, right? From the board that I'm looking at, it looks like there's about 50 probies in the depot. A lot of you guys have gotten through most of the year already. I am super proud of you guys. You guys are doing a great job out there. Keep it up. Remember, the union is here to protect you at all costs. Don't let nobody tell you that the union can't defend you or whatnot. We are here. You pay union dues just like everybody else. If you have any issues on the road, if you have any concerns, my name is Frank De Jesus. I'm the vice chairman of the depot. Reach out to me. I pride myself on getting things done for you guys, just like anybody else, right? Please, let's finish probation. Let's get through this process. I know it's long, it's tenuous, and it's stressful, but you guys are doing a great job out there. Keep it up. All right. Last but not least, all right, and a lot of you guys have been asking me what's going on with the contract. I could tell you this, right? I'm not part of the contract committee. I do have connections down there in the union hall. I speak to people down there often enough. Um, my opinion, I wish that we had a contract set already, and but we are dealing with a management team that is hell bent on getting the most out of us for as little as possible. You know, this has been the war between management and unions since the inception of the whole thing. Um, Look, I always tell you guys, a strong union is a union with a membership that's engaged, right? When we saw the nurses get their contract, we saw Long Island Railroad most recently get their contract. Everywhere we go, we have um, seen people get their contracts, but they've fought for those, right? I've seen them, right? They go out and they rally for days at a time and all these things. That's what it takes, right? As city workers, we're not allowed per se to strike, but we can, right? We can strike, and that is last resort. Nobody wants to do that. There's a lot of penalties involved there, but we have to find other ways to fight, right? We have to find other ways to fight. Rallies are super important, right? We've only had one rally. I can't pretend to know exactly why the union is not doing more rallies, but I could tell you from experience, the last rally wasn't attended well, and we can't blame the union for that, right? We could only blame ourselves for not investing into this fight. What we could blame the union for is for not doing more to get us engaged, right? Lately, things have been very quiet from downtown. Once again, I know some of the people down there. I'm hoping everything works out, but we need to really think about the future of this union and how we are going to ensure that us younger members have a future that we deserve, right? Things have been going downhill for a very long time, and we can't allow that. The only way to stop it is by becoming more engaged in unionism, right? Being engaged shows that you care. One of the major problems with the union is the lack of warriors that there are, right? The lack of people who truly care for unionism. Come speak to me. All you're going to hear about is unionism, right? Oh, management is doing this, this, that, and the third. There are people who have been put in positions that they didn't earn, right? The members didn't put you in that position. You were promised something, so you stay quiet so that you don't stir the boat. This is killing our union, right? Because if you want a strong army, you train everybody to the maximum, right? And then you weed out who is the best, and you make them your lieutenants and your generals and your colonels, right? You have them lead. As of right now, we have a lot of people in positions that they didn't earn. They've done nothing except be quiet and wait their turn. We cannot afford to continue to allow this to happen. So make sure that you look around and you pay attention to who's actually doing the work out there, right? Pay attention to who is quiet when it's time to speak up. Because you'll see that is most. You know what I mean? You'll see that is most. And that has us in a very bad predicament. Okay. Just wanted to say that real quick, right? I get serious about that, right? Because as you guys know, I put in a lot of work and I have a lot of forces working against me. So I appreciate you guys who are always asking, yo, Frank, what's up? You all right? Where you been? Summertime was here. I took some time off to reset. The fall pick, I'll be picking during the day, and you guys will see a lot more of me. Finally, there are a few things that I've seen around upcoming events, right? We're gonna be having a Tuskegee barbecue, from what I'm hearing. That's good. It'll be the second annual. We had one last year. That was a pretty nice turnout. Hopefully this one is bigger and better. Out from Gun Hill, one of our former drivers, Mr. Aldi Reyes, he is hosting a tailgate for the Giants. And he already has a flyer put together. I'll be sending out to you guys, right? It's pretty soon. I believe it's at the end of August or so. We also have a Mets tailgate through the Hispanic Transit Society. For those of you who don't know, I am also the administrative vice president of the Hispanic Transit Society. We do a lot of events. We are also recruiting. So if you're interested in being part of a fraternity of brothers and sisters who, just come together and, we bring people together from all walks of life within transit, and we just connect, right? So we'll have a gala and have dispatchers, superintendents, train operators, bus operators, station agents, all in one place. And you get to meet people in these places and you make connections. You'd be very surprised the connections that you make in these places. I made a lot of connections through the Hispanic Transit Society. You do not have to be Hispanic to join the Hispanic Transit Society, okay? Just reach out to me if you're interested in these types of things. I'd be more than welcome to help you through the process on how to get in. With that said, Mets tailgate, I believe it's $70 for the tailgate and the game. It's a bobblehead day. You'll get a lot of you'll get a bobblehead if you come early enough, right? Finally, I am working on a flyer. I am pretty behind schedule, but it's a flyer for the handball tournament. Last year we had a great event, and I would like to make sure that we have an even better one this year. We have a community affairs that's going to join us. They're talking about playing as well. The Hispanic Transit Society is backing me on this, so they're going to sponsor it as well. I'm trying to make sure that the union sponsors it as well. And I need people to join and participate, man. You don't got to be a professional, even though last year we had some guys who really put in some work. Shout out to Mr. Ramos. He's one of our guys, and he put in some work and won the championship last year. And that is pretty much it. So these flyers will be coming out, right? And just be on the lookout for them. This mini Shopgate has taken a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take. Just know that whatever you need from me, don't ever hesitate to reach out. If I don't get back to you right away, don't hesitate to reach out a second time. I have a lot of messages coming in. I'm responding, a lot of phone calls. Sometimes some things fall through the cracks, right? Once again, my name is Frank De Jesus. I'm your vice chairman here at Tuskegee Airmen Depot. I am here at your service. Whatever you need, reach out. Doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the night or whatnot. I will answer that phone call for you. I want everybody to have a blessed and safe day. And let's stay dangerous. Let's say it like that. Let's stay dangerous. Let's stay vigilant. And let's not let management get us out of character or mess up our livelihoods. Once again, have a blessed and safe day. Take care.